Welcome to the Slinkies podcast, hosted by me, Howie.
And me, Al.
Just a couple of mates who thought were pretty fun in high school and need an excuse to catch up now that their old dads have busy schedules.
We catch up every week to discuss the good old days, as well as what is going on nowadays in our lives. So if you're into 2200, brother, then this is the podcast for you.
Subscribe for new episodes every Monday at 8 a.m. And remember, never try to fix your mate's Slinky.
Welcome back to the Slinkies podcast. This is going to be a good episode, guys, so stick with it. I have been very calm the last few podcasts, not complaining, not ranting, but this episode is my pass to complain and rant.
That's right. We've given you permission to rant your little heart out today.
But before we get into the ranting and complaining, mate, how was your week?
Mate, really good week. I went and got some recovery done by my mate Fred, and I had some 10-centimeter needles shoved in my ass to just let, like in the side of it, not the other part, just to help the muscles relax, and it was terribly painful. Like your legs are like, I feel like I was being electrocuted, and
sorry,
legs
do you want
just going numb.
Explain what he was doing, or just putting needles in you? Okay,
just putting needles.
Acupuncture?
Dry needling.
What's the difference?
So dry needling goes in and it's meant to irritate the area so blood will pool and come there and fix the area, and also help the muscle relax by getting stabbed. And it's like just so close to the spine and the back. It was just like really unnerving, I guess. And but today I feel great.
Nice.
Like best that my hips have ever felt, but during it, hell nah. And it just got covered in suction cups as well.
Can't just use some deep heat or something, mate?
No, mate, that's on the surface. We need to get deep, we need to get real deep.
So they literally just put needles in you? Like a sewing needle?
No, they're like a special needle, but they're about, long.
Wow. And
just chucks in and helps you relax.
That does not sound relaxed.
Nothing about anything good for you. Anything good for you is very painful, like training, dieting, getting some sun. You get sunburn. Like all that, like there's pain in everything that's good for you, but eventually it's good. Change is painful, man. Live, laugh, love.
Should be your next motivational quote.
Yeah, I reckon that becomes our like a little tagline.
Yeah.
Just finish every single post with that.
Yeah. Hashtag live, laugh, love.
How was your week?
Yeah, it was good, mate. So we had Halloween since we last talked, which was fun. The girls got to dress up and go trick-or-treating, which was cool. They actually went trick-or-treating. It's so amazing to watch kids trick-or-treat. I'm so jealous that we never got to do trick-or-treating. It's sort of funny because a lot of the older generation seems to, some of them have a problem. Like I've had this conversation at work where people have an issue with Halloween because it's American, and they're going on about how it's dumb American tradition and stuff. I'm like, my kids get free chocolate and lollies. It's awesome. And they get to dress up. How cool. I'm so jealous. I wish I could do it as well. I feel like dressing up and trick-or-treating as well. But we got to do that. But it's also funny. They get a bucket of lollies and chocolate. And I'm like, you can have one. Just one.
They've got enough till next year. Yeah.
We actually had Halloween chocolate from last year. So we actually had, because they just go, kids are dumb on chocolate and lollies. They just go, I don't know, just gets to their head.
On candy.
On candy. On candy. But so they had like one chocolate, which was good. But apart from that, I've just been whippersnipping a lot, mate.
Nice.
Interesting life I live as a dad. I don't pay a guy to whippersnip my yard, mate.
That's where you're going wrong. Hey, can we just go back to your kids have just walked the street for hours working hard and you just get home, you're like, you can have one chocolate. Like someone working in the fields for a farmer for like days in the hot sun and then, right, here's a lemonade. Like that's what you get.
They got one lolly and one chocolate because by the time we got home, I cooked them dinner as well, a nice healthy scrambled eggs and cucumber and a bit of salmon, and then they had one lolly and one chocolate.
Okay.
And
every day?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
No, every other day. Every other day for dessert.
Okay.
Which isn't, that's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you. It just seems...
It's hard to make those choices now that you want to give them what you didn't have as a kid, right? So growing up, we never had lollies and chocolate in the house, ever, unless it was a party, which looking back was good decision from my parents. And now you want to give your kids all that sort of stuff, but there's that fine line. Obviously you can't just give them a block of chocolate and say, there you go. But you also want to, give them rewards and be healthy and sneak all the chocolate when they're asleep.
Sorry, I had more chocolate.
Yeah. Have you seen that Jimmy Kimmel thing where they tell their kids they've eaten all their Halloween candy?
No.
So Jimmy Kimmel, I think he does it every year. He sets up the parents to tell the children the day after Halloween that they ate all their Halloween candy. And the kids just flip out and they go nuts and they like throw the Halloween buckets and go crazy. But they didn't eat the lollies and chocolate and stuff.
Yeah.
They just like hid it or whatever. And it's so funny to watch all the different kids' reactions because most of them like scream and like, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad. And like, oh my God, Johnny, like, shut up. But then like one kid is like, that's okay. I love you, mum. I'm like, oh my God. I should do it with my kids and film their reaction. I don't think they would really care. They'd more care about other things like their toys or books or stuff because the lollies and chocolate come and go to them. It's easy come, easy go. There'll be plenty more, but I don't know. Maybe if I skin their soft teddy bear, they'll be more upset with that.
Yeah, no, film it. See what happens. I'm interested.
Yeah. Put that up on the social medias.
And a guy was fixing your tank. Is that what I saw?
Oh, yeah. So I got home late from work on Monday night, like 5:30-ish, which is late for me from work because I'm supposed to finish at 4 anyway. And the septic tank, so we've got a septic tank out the front of our house just to the side, and it's just basically a big concrete circle looking tank, as if you would half bury a concrete rain tank basically. And on the top there's 2 concrete manholes, and I look over and I see bubbling water as if it was boiling out. I'm like, it's probably not good. My septic tank's boiling over. So I left it overnight. And then I called the people the next day and on the phone, I'm like, oh, my septic tank's boiling. It looks like it's boiling water. And she's like, what? I'm like, oh, the water looks like it's about to, it's not overflowing, but there is some water coming out. She's like, I'll get the guy there in 5 minutes, like freaked out on the phone. I'm like, Jesus. So the guy came out and he had to pump it out. So shitty water everywhere out in the garden and smelled like rainbows. And he was here for like 4 hours. But it turns out they fucked up. This is a great podcast. Anyway, they were installing a pump in my septic tank and they fucked it up. So they installed the pump wrong back in January and it screwed up. So otherwise that would have cost me $1,000 to fix up what he did. But because another guy from the company screwed it up, he just admitted they were really good, nice septic tank people. Anyway, and thank God we didn't have to pay because it would have been $1,000. That's what really grinds my gears. Is unexpected costs as an adult, especially when you own a house. Because when you're renting, it's like, oh, the tap fell off. call your landlord. All right, we'll have a plumber there tomorrow. Fixed. Oh, the septic tank's boiling over. That'll be $1,000 because we've had it go wrong in the past, and we've spent we've replaced nearly every part in our septic tank because long boring story, but basically we had a shitty builder who installed a shitty septic tank. Get it? Is it shit? And we've replaced almost every part in it, and it's cost us thousands of dollars in the last few years just to get it fixed. It's just unexpected costs, man.
Jesus Christ.
And they always happen when it's like, oh, I'm about to go on holidays. Oh, we've got just enough money to afford every drinks and go out for dinner. And then it's like, is that my septic tank boiling? Should that be boiling? Like it looked like it was boiling. It was the aerator that was bubbling the water over, but it literally looked like my shit water tank was boiling.
If it was that close to a holiday, I reckon I'd just cover it up and just not think about it. Just not look. Just it'll be fun.
And we are going away this weekend. So it's Thursday now. We're going away tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
And this happens right before we're going away. But thank God it did happen like a week before or the start of the week. No, it
would have sucked if you were away and it happened.
Oh, yeah. It would have been ridiculous. Anyway, the neighbours could have dealt with some shitty water for a couple of days. Imagine you come home and it's just shit water everywhere.
Maybe they pay for the plumber.
Maybe.
You called them. I was happy to let it boil over.
And I was, that got me so down. It got me in such a shit mood because everything wants this shit. I'm just like, it's going to cost so much money. We don't have enough money to fix this. And then got the phone call from Holy Lord Jesus that said, no, it's our fault. We'll pay for it. We'll, not going to charge you. I was like, so wait.
I'll kiss you, septic tank man.
Just wash your mouth first, please. That's the thing. Like, it's so weird. I've seen in the septic tank now, it's got these chambers and things in there. But last time, the guy was fixing the pump up in our septic tank. And he was down in there and a bit like popped up and got on his face. And he's just like, wipes it off. And casually...
Keeps working.
Shout out to anybody working on septic tanks. God, you need to get paid more. What a shitty job.
Definitely. Good on him.
Good on him. Hey, did you see Facebook are changing their name?
To Meta or something like that?
Yeah, so they're not actually changing the Facebook app name. So that's going to be, but it's like the company that owns Facebook to Metaverse.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous and shitty. I don't know. It's just, they're trying to incorporate Facebook into VR more and more. Because who needs to do that shit anyway? But I seen Facebook was down this morning as well. Facebook Messenger again. As well as before. Yeah, and everyone was commenting on the post, they meta fix the problem and nothing the matter with mine and stuff, and they were all making jokes about it. But if you haven't seen the video, have you seen the video of Zuckerberg announcing it?
Yeah, I had to turn it off about halfway through. It was so cringy.
And did you see he's got the barbecue sauce on the shelf? Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that. Didn't notice that.
Go rewatch it. There's a bottle of barbecue sauce on his bookshelf. And everyone's ripping into him because everyone thinks he's a lizard person or a robot or whatever. He's like, what do normal humans like on their bookshelf? I know, barbecue sauce. Sweet baby Ray's.
It was really hard to watch. Like all the graphics and stuff, and then they actually showed what they were doing, and they just looked terrible. It's like a PlayStation game. They can bring it out as an ad, and it's like a movie. Like all the graphics and everything are perfect, and then they show you the game, and it's like terrible. It was kind of the same thing. Like he was showing footage and stuff of what it could look like, and then showed what it actually looked like. It was just terrible.
Do your Facebook ads, are they actually relevant to you? Do you think yours are working? Because mine are just crap, and I can't stand repeated Facebook ads.
Yeah.
If I haven't brought your product once, I don't need to see it another 10 times. It's not like I'm all of a sudden going to sign up for it, right?
Yeah, no, I get the step ones a lot.
What's step one?
The
Plug
underwear,
them.
the bamboo underwear. They're
Did you buy
incredible.
them?
Yeah, I bought them.
Oh, there
but
you
like
go.
it's just but most of my Facebook feed's that though.
Undies.
Like, yeah. It's just that. Like I'll scroll, it's like post ad, post ad, post ad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so there's a fair bit of that.
I was scrolling through my daughter's school newsletter, and it's all online now. And there's ads on my daughter's school newsletter. How do they get away with that? But then I remember our school newsletter in primary school, on the back, I always remember this, it had cheeseburger vouchers for Macca's.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah. There was one way to collect the newspaper because you got a free cheeseburger.
I was thinking, oh, this is damn capitalism overtaken my. I can't even fucking view my daughter's newsletter online to bloody ads, and it's politician ads as well, local politicians, like bullshit.
Me.
And then I was like, wait a second, I had a school newsletter as a kid. Wait a second, on the back of that was an ad. Wait a second, it was Macca's, and then you got two cheeseburgers.
Ads.
Yeah, 2 cheeseburgers for $2 or whatever. A school can't afford a newsletter without selling it. How much money are they making off those?
Me as a 6-year-old, I really needed a plumber.
Yeah.
So thank you for advertising that on the rack.
Well, I don't think it's for you. It's for your parents. Cheeseburgers were.
Cheeseburgers, yeah. No, I completely forgot about that, but yeah, I remember now. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah, but too many ads, mate. It's like my Instagram ads are ridiculous. It's every third post, I swear. Well, what I love about TikTok is there's not that many ads. There's an ad when you first open it, and then on mine, I swear it's like 10, 20 videos you go through, then you might see one sponsored, but you can swipe it straight away. Boom, it's gone.
You can skip it or swipe it. Yeah, you don't have to watch it. Yeah.
For now. But everyone knows YouTube ads. It started off as you'd skip them all, and then it's like, oh, we got a 5-second ad, and now you've got 2 5-second ads that you watch if you don't use ad block. Everybody listening now and you're getting YouTube ads, just use ad block. It's a free extension. Install it, or if you're on Android, you can use New Pipe.
Yeah, I've been getting really long YouTube ads that won't let you skip it, like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's too much.
It's really frustrating. Yeah,
I totally get ads. Like, I know I'm complaining a lot about ads, but but how many millions and billions of dollars do you need to make that we need more ads? Well, seriously, if you're a small company or a small podcast that needs an ad, I get it.
Yeah, we're just ripping on ads, and then it's just like anyone advertising.
Buy Manscaped today. I don't even mind. Smaller creators, or in a YouTube video, especially the smaller creators, if they're plugging their drink bottle or their app or whatever, do it. You're living your dream. Or tell me about your guitar strings that you're using. That's awesome. But Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, especially long, unskippable YouTube ads.
Yeah.
Nah. Dumb. And no one buys YouTube Red or Premium. Sorry, YouTube Premium now, whatever it's called.
Yeah. Yeah, it keeps popping up all the time. I'm like, should I? What's the difference? Yeah, it seems all to be the same.
But on Android, if you're listening, everyone, you can install an app called New Pipe on Android, and it does no ads, and you can play in the background. Not off. Oh, you can download straight from the app. You can listen in the background. New Pipe. Shout out to New Pipe. There's an ad for
advertising free things.
Yeah,
yeah, right. So today's all about grinding gears part 2.
Oh,
looks like a list here.
We've already done. You know what really grinds my gears? Part 1, which was episode 4 or 5,
something like that. Yeah,
who knows? But we're going to do part 2 because they've been building up, and I've been quite relaxed and not complaining a lot, right?
I think it's every episode is what grinds my gears, but we just give it a title.
Yeah, pretty much. So this is basically full on grinds. So how are we going to do it? We're going to go 1 for 1 grind, or you first, me first? I don't mind.
Let's go. Let's go 1 for 1. I reckon.
1 for 1. I'm probably gonna have more
Yeah.
than you, but anyway.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, me first or you first?
You can go first.
All right. You know what really grinds my gears?
Tell me.
Phone calls and always being available on your phone. I can't stand it always being available. If somebody hasn't replied to your message during the day and you know them pretty well, they're just ignoring you. Everyone's on their phone all of the time. You're always available. I can't stand always being available. And I complain about this a lot. Fuck, I sound old. I used to be really good with my phone and just come home and put it on the bench and not look at it. But now I'm just constantly looking at it, and I have to reply to all my messages like straight away as quick as I can, sort of thing. I'm just too addicted to it. But I don't like always being available. I like to pick and choose. But you can't go to the shops and not be available. You can't go to your friend's house and not be contactable. You can't go anywhere and not be instantly available.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I'm hearing you. That's even with my Apple Watch, which is really, really good. Yeah. It's very makes my life so much easier in so many ways. But every single time it vibrates, I can't help but look.
Yeah.
It's just this vibrates. I better check it out to make sure everything's all right. And you'll be talking to someone and just vibrating. You just out of nowhere, you just have a quick look.
And thinking about that.
Then I'm either thinking about that or I've thought, oh, that's dealt with now. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah. I haven't even replied. I've just read it. And then the person's just like, oh, you got to go, do you? And I'm like, oh, no, just notifications.
Yeah. And especially and with
now they think I want to leave.
With your job as well, you've pretty much got to be contactable all the time, right?
Yeah. There's a lot that's it's good the way that it's set up is we do a lot more extra outside of hours for people, but there is a lot of you're contactable a lot of the time, which is fine. People need help a little bit longer, but there is that constantly looking or constantly on the phone some days. So it's just sometimes being able to just take some time off if you need to.
Do it. Anyway, that's my first grind, mate. Always on the phone
calls.
Yeah. Oh, and straight up phone calls. If you're listening, and just don't call my phone. I don't like phone calls. Send me a message. It said so if when I'm driving home, I do like it. I don't know. It depends. I don't like phone calls from not my close friends. Yeah. So unless you're my close friend, I love a good phone call, especially when I'm driving home. I love that. But just any other phone call, especially if I don't know a person well or it's a business or a company or whatever, just flick me an email.
All right, I'm going to agree. I'm the same. I like phone calls with certain people, but not everyone.
Yeah.
Just send me a text so I can figure out what I need to do and reply or whatever. But I'm also going to complain at the other end too, because I also hate too many emails.
Yeah.
So what grinds my gears is too many emails. So I sign up to, newsletters. So people just hey, sign up to a newsletter to stay up to date. I'm like, yeah, cool. I might do that to stay up to date. And it's all right, one email every now and again to let me know what's going on. That's fine. I'll read that. But then it gets to 2 emails a day. And my inbox is full and I can't delete them as quick as they're coming in. And I'm like, oh, I might want to read that. So I'll leave it unread until I have time. But then you just never have time to read it. It's never a priority. So you just got 30 emails in a day from this same place. Hey, new range of this, buy this. Hey, how was this? Do you want to buy another one? Hey, what do you think about this? And it's just constant. And then at the end of the day, there's just so many emails from the same people asking you 5 different things. So I just said yes to the newsletter. I just said yes to let me know what's going on every now and again. That's all I said yes to. Not this.
We bought a mattress for the girls, and every week I get an email from this mattress company we have 20% off. Oh, it's Halloween. We got a spooky discount. No one is buying mattresses every week. Right?
Your product lasts 10 years.
Yeah.
That's the guarantee you give.
Flick me an email in 10 years and we'll talk about
it. Send me a follow-up. How's it all going? Is there anything we can do?
Yeah.
Then maybe at 5 years, send me hey, how's your mattress going? have you thought about this, and this? And then 10 years, hey, it's time to upgrade. That's it. That's all you need.
Kogan's really bad for that. If you buy anything from Kogan, or if you're browsing their website, you'll get an email like an hour later. Hey, we noticed you're looking at pet suppositories. Would you like 20% off that? And it's like straight away. And I get the emails 4 times a day from Kogan.
Yeah.
But then they get me sometimes. That's the thing. They know they get me. It's like, oh, I do want that. And then you buy one thing and then you're hooked.
Send you 400 emails, but one gets through to you. And that's the one that they need.
That's it. That's why it probably works, I guess. Damn. Back to advertisement. That was a good grind, mate. I agree.
Good grind. Yeah.
But just on that, you can unsubscribe.
I know, but I feel guilty.
Yeah, I know.
So sometimes I have been unsubscribing on a few.
Yeah.
Like, no, you've broken my trust. You're doing too much now. You're gone. And then there's other ones where I'm like, but I like some of your emails.
Yeah.
I just don't like majority of them.
I try and spend like one day a month where I just go through my emails and I'll do a big bulk unsubscribe or a big clean up of my emails.
Yeah.
It never seems to clear them up that much.
Okay. I like it. That's maybe something I should do. Good grind.
Good grind. All right. Next grind. Companies pushing climate change on the consumer. This drives me insane. So I seen this statistic once that like the top 100 companies are responsible for like 80% of climate change, right?
Yeah.
Then they have the audacity to be like, are you going plastic free next Tuesday? Are you changing to cardboard straws, which are horrible, by the way? But don't get me wrong, I'm all for reducing the impact to the environment, but not from a company that dumps oil in the fucking middle of the ocean to kill sweet baby penguins. I don't need to hear from them about how me having one plastic straw once a week is killing the turtles. Right?
Yeah. One plastic straw. Like plastic straws, just on that. Like there's just like until you can sort out the paper.
Oh, you're halfway through your slushy and the straw's like bent and dumb. And,
just have mouthful of paper. I'm all happy for saving the environment, but like until I don't mind the big paper straws, like they're not too bad, the big solid ones. But when you get these tiny little ones, like they've just rolled up an A4 piece of paper and just shoved it in your drink, like that's sorry, it's not my turn, but
that's
just
the thing.
on that. I just wanted to add that too.
And it's like 7-Eleven, we're helping the environment by changing our straws to cardboard or paper or plastic, whatever it's called. And then they're like, sorry, we dumped all that petrol in the ocean. Anyway, the straws are saving the turtles. Right?
It's I know there's no like even a little bit helps out. Like I get that, but there's still so much.
I don't even think a little bit really helps out. I think it more helps you sleep at night. You not using the plastic glad bags for your kids' lunchbox helps you sleep at night. But the restaurant down the road just used 300 meters of cling wrap last night.
Yeah.
I'm all for reducing plastic waste 100%, but you as a consumer of your household using a glad bag every other day, not going to do sweet FA when there's other huge countries that are destroying the world. So anyway,
definitely. Okay, that's very good. My next one, and I love people putting in effort. I'm a huge fan of people that put in effort. But God, I hate when people half-ass Christmas lights. Like it's just like you go past those houses and they've put one solar thing in the front tree. It's like, why? Like if you're going to do this, you do this. Like even if it's a few, like I think there's got to be a minimum requirement for you to have to put lights up. I don't think one little bit of lights in your front bush is enough. Like it's just that was a waste of time, you know. And saw this a little while ago. There's this house in town, and it has this amazing gazebo at the front. It's the prettiest thing that I've ever seen in my life. And it is this gazebo that's just full of these lights. And at nighttime, it just lights up the street. 2 doors down, there's this other house. And this gazebo is like 10 meters long, right? So it's this huge one on this entrance to this house. 2 doors down, there's this kind of a gazebo that just covers the front gate. That's it. Yeah. So like this little single gate, and it's just like it's just an arch, really.
Yeah.
This person's just wrapped colored Christmas solar lights around it. So not even all of them work. They don't even cover the entire arch. They go about halfway. You can't even see them unless you're right up there looking at it. And I just feel that if you're going to do it, you do it, you know? Like you just went out and wrapped these lights around the pole and went, that'll do.
Well, is this last year? Is this now or was this last year?
Every year. But I only saw this a couple of days ago. Yeah.
So do you think being that it's only the 4th of November, they're going to put more on?
No. Well, this is up all year round.
Okay.
Yeah. So some people have lights for just decorative purposes in their garden.
Yeah.
But yeah, even some years you go Christmas started looking and the entire street's decked out, and that one person has peer pressure and is like, oh, we'll just buy one thing of lights, and they just buy like a 5 meter or 2 meter one and just chuck it somewhere. It's like probably just do nothing, you know, spend that money on something.
Would you prefer them to do nothing?
Yeah, prefer them to do nothing. I feel bad that they wasted their time.
Yeah.
You know, at least put like 5 sets of lights up or something.
So what's the minimum? It
doesn't have to be
5.
Yeah, look, their house doesn't have to be covered in lights, like preferably. Yeah. But I'm not an animal. I just think, you know, put some lights up in the window, put some on a couple of trees, you know, maybe on your gutter or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just I think the bare minimum should be at least make it worth my time to look at.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But a couple of years, I think we've phoned it in and done exactly 3 lights out the front.
But your living room's like lit up.
Yeah,
like the Christmas tree lights up the street. And then you have lights all over the kitchen, which like you see for the street, and your decorative area is all lit up like that. That's all good. You know, you've put some effort in, even though it didn't go outside. But these people are like, you can't see inside, blinds are all closed. The house is covered in trees and stuff like that anyway.
Yeah.
And it's like one little shitty light.
Yeah.
It's like, did you get in the season, did you? Get into the festive season, have you?
Yeah. I know what you mean, mate. Yeah. No, I agree with that. I agree. All right. But before we go into the next one, I need to pee.
Okay.
So you need, I'm not editing this out too, mate. So just keep the audience busy.
Okay.
Tell them the story.
All right. G'day, everyone. Alex, I've known Alex a long time, and I can count on one hand how many times he needs to pee an hour. He just constantly has to pee. This one time, he would wake me up in the middle of the night just to tell me he had to pee when we used to not live together, when we used to have sleepovers and stuff. He'd wake me up and go, Howie, I got a wee. Like, great. We've been friends for how many years? You know where all the bathrooms are. That's fine. You just go, like, what do you want from me? What do you want? Do you want me to help? Do you want me to dress you? What do you need? So yeah, basically, long story short, Alex wheezes a lot and he needs to tell people about it. But he's back. He's a good quick weeer though, which is interesting.
I washed my hands, I swear.
How was that?
That was good, mate. I swear, I don't know what you're saying then, but I swear I have the smallest bladder in the world. Like a pregnant lady.
I told everyone the story about how you always need to wee and that you would wake me up to tell me you had to wee, even though you knew where the bathroom was.
I thought you were interested.
It's like, you want my help?
Yes, please. Right. Back to the grinding of gears, mate. You know what really grinds my gears?
What's that?
The wind. I've had enough of the wind. Okay, you wake up in the morning. Oh, what a beautiful sunny day it is. Oh, it's coming nighttime. Oh, look at that beautiful storm come in. Let's watch the lightning out the window. No one's ever walked outside and go, that wind is beautiful, blowing my hat off and into my face. I
What
had to
about
set up.
breeze though?
Oh, breeze is not too bad. A nice
Okay.
little breeze, especially in summer when you have the windows open. But I'm talking wind,
Yeah.
strong wind.
Okay.
Dumb. Fuck off, wind. I had to put I had to put Halloween shit out the front. And
Yeah.
it was like this one. We just put one witch out the front. It was
Oh, you
one
half-assed it.
decoration. Yeah, half. We half-assed it. I just thought of that. Anyway, as I was half-assing the Halloween decoration, the wind kept knocking it over. I just wanted to punch the wind. No, who likes wind? It's dumb. I've had enough. Fuck off, wind.
No. Set a petition to get rid of wind.
Changed it. Well, with enough climate change, I'm sure it'll fuck the wind up, or it'll probably make it worse.
Yeah, the wind will get harder. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm with you because I don't mind a nice cool breeze.
Cool breeze,
wind,
I'm all for.
Yeah.
I'm talking wind when it's windy.
okay.
No one likes that, right?
No one likes the wind. No, definitely. Okay.
Knocks shit over. It does bad stuff. Anyway, you got more? I got more.
Yeah. Ants. Fucking hate ants. I was at my parents and they've got this ant's nest out the front and we're just standing there talking and this ant crawled on my leg and I hate, like, I'm a big adult male that doesn't really worry about too much.
Yeah.
Like I think I'd rather swim with a great white than get bitten by a green ant. I think that's like, I just hate ants. I probably shouldn't be telling so many people this. Like, it's my biggest weakness. I remember at school once, like, I told someone and they threw a green ant down my back. And that was just enough to set me off.
You've always been not afraid. I guess not afraid is the word.
It's not afraid of them. I just hate them.
Yeah. It's an intense hatred. I could see you look at a spider and you'd be fine. But if it was a green ant, you'd be like, fuck that.
Yeah. I've been next to snakes. Doesn't bother me. None of that bothers me.
Ant.
Like, seeing ants' nests, I'm like, oh.
You must have got bitten bad as a kid. And it must have just fucked you up a bit and been like,
yeah. I did. Yeah. I was like playing on this grass at like our friend's house when I was little, and I must have laid in a nest, but I just had these bites like from my neck all the way down my back. And it was very painful. I just remember, like, it was excruciatingly painful. I think I had to nap after it. It was that painful.
How old were you?
Or I think it was before primary school. Yeah, I don't think I was in primary
when
school
you're
yet.
a kid and traumatic things happen, like you just hate that thing. That's why I can't see my uncle anymore. That was a joke.
He bit you?
Yeah, nibbled the back of my neck. No, I know you hate ants, mate. They really grind your gears. So I'm going to throw some ants on you next time I see you.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Agreed.
I'm just going to get some wind machines. Just sit them outside your house.
You mean a wind machine?
No, that's a breeze, mate. I'm going to get a big fuck wind machine. Like the ones in movies.
Okay. A wind tunnel.
I'll sit it right out front of your door, and as soon as you walk out, like, bye, kids, just hit the button and it just blows you away.
Nice one. No, I think I hate. I'm all right with spiders. Ants, I don't really like. We have to use ant sand out the front because we get big ant nests and stuff, and we don't want the girls getting bitten and stuff. So yeah, not a fan of ants. Fuck you, ants.
Fuck you, ants.
You're listening. You know what really grinds my gears, mate?
Tell me.
Macca's, McDonald's for our overseas listeners, buzzers.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing that you need 60 buzzers going off? Press the button. The chips are cooked, mate. Like, your burgers are ready. Whatever how many? Have you ever gone into a McDonald's and the buzzers aren't like beep, beep, beep?
Yeah.
Constant buzz. I swear, if you've ever worked at Macca's, you must have PTSD from that Macca's alarms going off. If you were like in a normal environment and then someone played that Macca's buzzer alarm, like from the fryers or whatever, you would shit your pants. What are the buzzers for? Isn't it just to tell you the fries are cooked?
Yeah, stuff's done. Yeah,
Press
those
the button.
takeaway buzzers are terrible. Yeah, there should be people there to press the button. That should be your job. Just make sure the bib doesn't go for too long.
So I worked at Hungry Jack's back in the day, and you worked at a Porto back in the day. They had buzzers, right?
Yeah,
To tell you, but we push the button and you take the things out of the fryer. That's it. Macca's seem to, I don't know, do they overboil the chips? I don't know. Why is their buzzer always going up? Well, I don't often go to Macca's. Actually, I haven't had Macca's this year. You proud of me?
yeah.
I haven't had any McDonald's this whole year. I haven't had any fast food. No fast food this whole year.
Yeah, wow.
Well, besides maybe like the first week of January when we were coming back from traveling, but pretty much this whole year. Actually, even then, don't think I had fast food. Yeah, I'm going to say it. I haven't had fast food this year. But occasionally I still take the girls in for some Maccas or whatever. And I can't stand it. It's like beep, 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 beep all the time. And then they put a smoothie on and
yeah, I know, I get it. I think it's because so much of their stuff has buzzers. It's like everything they cook is like fried, or the meat thing they push down and the buzzer lets them know. Like at where we were, I don't think we only had buzzers for a couple of things.
Yeah.
What's still with me to this day is the drive-through bell. So it's two: one to let you know that they're coming, second to let you know that they're there.
Yeah.
And you'd have the worst day. It'd be the worst possible time, and this bloody buzzer would go off, and you'd be like, I just can't do it right now, but you have to. And I would be sitting in drive-through, not working there anymore, and the buzzer would go off, and I'd just start freaking out. It's like, I've got to do something, but I don't know what it is.
And drive-through people, I assume, are the worst because they want it the quickest.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Drive-through, I get served early. Yeah, no, I couldn't do it.
Can I get a whole barbecue chicken? It's 9 p.m. or 9 a.m., whatever.
9 a.m. 9 p.m. too. Like, what makes you think we have them ready?
Yeah. But anyone listening that's worked at Macca's or other fast food joints, send us an email, linkingslinkies@gmail.com. I need to know why you have 300 buzzers and why you just don't turn them off. There's 60 people. There's 60 people behind the counter. One of you can't fucking push the button, take the chips out of the fryer, press the meat open. I don't know what you're doing. Get more paper. I don't know. Whatever. And then
just do it.
Yeah, the blenders are going off. People are yelling and beep beep, and they're yelling back. Now this is a new gripe. Grinding of gears at a coffee shop. I don't drink coffee. I haven't been to a coffee shop for a while, but especially back in the day when Gloria Jeans, is it Gloria Jeans on Peel Street?
Yeah.
If you sit in there for longer than 20 minutes, you have hearing damage. The people that work at Gloria Jeans or cafes that have a lot of those, or Boost Juice.
Yeah.
The poor girls that work at Boost Juice must have hearing damage because they're constantly going with those big blenders. I feel sorry for it.
And slapping it on the bench and people yelling out names.
Yeah.
Like all this kind of stuff. It's so loud.
Yeah.
It's so loud. Yeah. No, I'm hearing you.
Press the fucking buzzers. I'm done with Macca's. What do you got?
Mate, that's all I had written
I
down.
knew, mate, I'd have more than you. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to keep going. You're too nice. I'm too stressed at the moment. So, the chemist, the pharmacy, calling out your name. Our local chemist, when we have to, because we're always at the chemist with different creams and medicine for the girls. When you have kids, you got to get 60 different antibiotics and creams and shit and whatever. This is how the guy calls out the name. Brandon? Amelia? That's it. If you're not standing 3 centimeters away from this guy's mouth, you don't hear the name, and you're just standing there waiting. The other day, I was waiting for at least 30 minutes. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm going to ask. And I never ask. And I go up and I said, is Amelia's thing ready? And they're like, oh, yeah, it was ready before. I'm just standing here. They whisper the name and then they don't repeat the name.
Yeah.
Also, it's 2021. Get a Macca's screen up there with the order number. It's not private. You're yelling out the name. You can have
Yeah.
the name up there, like pizza, Domino's, whatever, ready, in progress, 5 minutes, whatever. How can they not have a screen that has your name
Yeah.
on there, right?
Yeah. Brandon hemorrhoid cream.
yeah. Don't just say what it is. Crab, Alex, or crab ointment. I don't
Mate,
know. It's for my brother.
Mate, our chemist has buzzers. They give you a buzzer and you walk
What?
around and
Oh,
it
actually,
goes off.
that's
Like a pub.
actually pretty good. You're right. I do like the buzzer. I have been a chemist with buzzers.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't trust the buzzers at the pub when you're sitting there. Oh, it's been 30 minutes. Just give it another 5. And you're like, this buzzer's broken. This buzzer has got, and then 10 minutes, like, this fucking buzzer. And then it goes, scares the shit out, and scares the shit out of you.
That's ready. I actually thought of one more.
Okay, give it.
Okay. As you know, we were in drought for ages and now we're not.
Yep.
This makes no sense to me. But our dam is like 110% full.
How?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it makes sense. Like I get that the dam's over full and it's flowing out. I understand that. But why can't you just say it's at capacity and it's flowing over? Because how do you get, like, if I fill my bath up to 110%, like I can't. Like it's 100% full.
Yeah,
the stuff flowing. Yeah, where does it stop? Do we count the water that's 3 hours down the road as well?
Yeah.
Like how far is this? Like the water's no longer in the dam, so why is it counted as a percentage?
Then are they going to tell you 107%? 102%?
I reckon there's people that are going to email in and just have a go about that one. But like it just makes no sense. It's 100% and it's overflowing. That's all. 110%. Where's the 10%? Where do you put it?
Yeah.
It's flowing out. It's not part of the dam anymore.
Yeah.
As soon as it leaves that lip of the spillway, it's out of the dam.
Can you get 150%? Like, what's the maximum percent?
Yeah, what's the maximum that you can get to? Yeah, like there's a plug in it. Yeah, there's a hole in it. So,
let it bit out.
Yeah, let it bit. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I agree. You know what really grinds my gears, mate?
What's that?
Flies. I feel like an old person.
Start a petition.
Change.org. Get rid of flies, mate. I've had enough. We've been pretty lucky. We haven't had a lot of flies recently. But as I was whippersnipping the other day, there was one. It's always that one fly that just lands on your face. You shoo it away. I'm whippersnipping out the back. Fly lands on my face. Fuck off. Whippersnipping lands on my face. Why? What is my face that dirty? Do I smell like dog shit that you have to eat shit on my face? What do flies even want to land on people for?
They want the moisture from you.
Moist. I'm very moist.
Moisture. Yeah, you're very moist skin. They love you. Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm pretty sure that's why
they're But you know what else grinds my gears, mate?
What else?
Meetings that should have been an email.
Oh yes. Yes.
Especially now with Zoom and Teams and Skype meetings now, video conference meetings that is so common, that could have been a 2-paragraph fucking email. Don't get me wrong, I do think some meetings are important. I haven't been to one for a while.
But you've learned something. Yeah.
9 out of 10 meetings can be an email. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong why you need a meeting besides an email now.
I think it's a real skill to run a meeting too, like getting people engaged. I'm a big fan of stand-up meetings, like walk and talks kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, because you're sitting down, you're lazy, your brain's switched off, and then they're trying to tell you something boring. It's like stand-up meetings, you're up, you're awake, you're moving, go outside or something and just like, hey, these are the things we want to talk about. Maybe show them what you're talking about as well, or something like that. So I'm a huge fan of stand-up or walk and talks, I like to call them. Not a big fan of sit-down meetings. As soon as you sit down, like you're hanging off your ligaments, you're done. You're switched off. You think about all the shit you got to do and don't want to be here for this meeting. But if you're like walking out, like you're getting some exercise, people are a little bit more positive, and then you just got to be able to be the showman, deliver what you need to deliver and get them back to work.
And especially when you've got a boring presenter and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Oh, any questions? And then it's just quiet for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, haha, I guess not. Blah, 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 blah. Or when they ask for some interaction and everyone's on mute and it's like a
Yeah.
Mexican standoff who's going to unmute and talk. Never
Yeah.
me. I don't give a fuck how long the awkward silence is. I'm not talking.
Yeah, and they always go that. Am I talking to a brick wall here? It's like,
Yeah.
yes, you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
We either don't have some questions or you're so boring we don't want to ask questions and you continue to talk for longer.
Dumb.
Yep.
If you're in a meeting after this, anyone listening, just say this could have been an email and leave.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. I agree. Yeah.
But my final grinding of the gears, mate. Give me a drum roll. Pimples.
Oh, pimples.
I'm almost 30 and I'm still getting pimples, mate. I've had enough. I'm done. I don't want any more pimples. I'm done.
No more pimps.
I'm telling my body, no more pimples. Like, I had really bad pimples all through high school and after high school and stuff. Not so much acne that it was like bad, but almost every week I would just have like pimples all over my face. And last week I got a pimple, and the week before I got a pimple. They're so bad, I still have the mark. I got one on my neck and one on my cheek. I'm almost 30. Can I not have any more pimples, please? I'm done.
Done.
What else do I have to do? I've tried every pimple cream, changing the pillowcases and washing my face, and I've tried everything but the actual pimple medicine. What's it called? I forget what it's called. Accutane or whatever.
Proactive.
Yeah, I've had
Jessica
Proactive
Simpson.
in the past. I've done Proactive in the past. I've done it all, but I don't want to. The other thing is, I don't want to constantly have to worry about if I don't use the fucking Proactive for 2 nights in a row, I'll get a pimple. And it's always when I need to do something big, like, oh, there's a party I got to go to on the weekend. Please no pimples. Please no pimples. The night before, it's like, fuck, huge, big ass red dick on my head. What are the point of pimples?
Foundation. Yeah.
Like, I get that your pores blocked and stuff, but what is the point in nature of a pimple? What purpose does that serve? To let the world know you're unfuckable?
I don't know. I don't really notice pimples so much anymore. Like, I think at school it was a big thing, but now it's just so normal. People are like, oh, I have a pimple. I'm like, shit, I didn't even notice.
I think I notice, and I think this happens to a lot of people. I think people tend to notice what they're insecure about on other people. For instance, if you're overweight, you sort of tend to notice overweight people. You're sort of focusing on, if you're self-conscious about, you know, your man boobs, you'll sort of look at other guys and be like, oh, you're not sort of like doing it as a judgment thing. You just sort of subconscious. Like, for example, if you've never had a pimple before, you might not even be paying attention to that. But if you have, I don't know, a monobrow like I do, you might be noticing that on other people. Stuff you feel insecure about, and especially weight, I think you notice more on people, and not in a judgmental way, just in a more of noticing a way, because you think people, because you're looking for that on your own body, that you're, I don't know, it's more upfront in your mind.
Yeah, you see things you're looking for. Like, if you're always on alert looking for something, that's all you're going to see.
Yeah.
Great. I getcha.
Pimples, dumb. Fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm almost 30. Get over it. I've had my time with pimples. I'm done. I'm moving on.
Yeah, mate. So I think
that's all my grinds.
I guess that's all your grinds. I think I had one more.
One more, mate. Give it to me.
One more. So there's 2 sides to every story.
Correct.
All right. So there's always a yin and a yang. Yeah. There's always a good and a bad. There's always a light and a dark. There's always that, which I think is really beautiful. All right. You get the information from both, and you get to choose a side. No matter what, that's our society. But how is there still 2 sides about whether the earth is flat or not? Like, I get that someone could say, hey, I'm cold today. Oh, I'm actually a bit warm today. Like, I get that. You're feeling warm, you're feeling cold. All right. That's cool. That's fine. Someone says, hey, I love lemonade. The other person goes, I don't really like lemonade. Okay, cool. Perfect. There's a fucking camera in space that shows that the Earth is round. Why are people still arguing that it's flat?
But mate, haven't you heard?
No.
NASA's run by the Nazis, mate. It's all
Okay.
propaganda. Mate, they're
You're
just
right.
in it for the money. There's no such
Okay.
thing. We never went to the moon, bro. There's no cameras in space. You
Yeah.
think space is real? Have you seen space, mate?
Yeah,
It's not fucking real.
What is it? Just a black roof with a heap of white dots on it?
It's a projection, mate. There is an ice cap wall around our flat Earth, mate.
Why
It's a sensitive topic for me. The Earth is flat. Have you been around the world? No. Therefore, Australia isn't even real, mate.
If that's the projector we have going around the world, why can't I get a projector in my house to show a movie clearly? You know? Unbelievable. It just like there's some stuff that I really appreciate there's two sides to, and then there's some other things that I'm just like, how is there two sides to that?
You've got to have it all. You can't pick and choose. That's the thing. You have to allow people to believe in whatever they want, and unfortunately, some R-worded people still believe the Earth is flat. So you've just got to take the good with the bad. But
exactly right. Again, there's two sides.
Yeah, you got to take it all. But going down the conspiracy path, I'm a huge conspiracy theorist fan. It's not like I believe in many.
Yeah. Many. Except the world being flat.
Duh. But you just go down that path. I think people get too far down that path. And flat Earth is one of those things where people don't just believe in flat Earth. They believe in lizard people, flat Earth, and Pizzagate. They go down that path of you don't just believe in flat Earth. That's a pretty far down the path one, whereas you're too far down the path there.
You can make any topic sound real. Like, watching the Harry Potter movies. You're like, all right, I guess, like, maybe. Like, I guess if they did, we wouldn't know about it, and they've got people that don't know about it, so it makes sense. I guess it's like you could look at any novel or something, and any story. I guess just look at it and go, like, if it makes enough sense to you, you could believe it. Yeah.
But that is the beautiful thing. Like, you're allowed to believe in whatever you want. You're allowed to believe in your little friend up there in the clouds that you're praying to that changes your day and gets you a parking spot. You're allowed to believe in that if you want. You're allowed to believe in that lady that got pregnant from a ghost. That's fine, right?
That's fine.
You're allowed to believe in the flat Earth. It's when people take it too far and they're like, oh, this is a good reference that you won't get. Sandy Hook is all crisis actors. That's taking it. You won't get that one. But there's, people believe it and take it too far.
Sandy Hook Massacre.
Yeah. A lot of people thought that they were crisis actors, and it's all bullshit. Yeah. That's why Alex Jones got sued and stuff. Yeah, right. Anyway, I'm all for believing in Bigfoot if you want. That's fine. That's all good. Yeah. But when you say, take it too far. But the Earth
I'm all for believing in whatever the hell you want to believe in. But if there is like evidence that you cannot argue against at all, like, come on, let it go.
Have you seen that? Else. There was one of those flat earthers that he built a pretty much homemade rocket, launched himself to prove that it was flat, like going to record that there's no curvature in the Earth, and he died.
Shit.
Yeah, sorry, bro. See, I know that's so ridiculous that it's funny. Like, I'm not laughing at the fact that the guy died. That's pretty sad, especially because he died believing the Earth was flat. But it's so ridiculous.
I hope he at least got to the point where he realized he was wrong.
Yeah. I think as well, because you can prove the curvature of the Earth with maths, right? There's equations and I don't know. But it's way above my year 10 math skills that
you go on a plane, and like when you're in a plane you can see.
But because people don't understand it, they think it's not real. I don't know. I don't understand black holes, but I still think they're real. I don't understand atoms, but I think they're real because smarter people than me know about it, right?
Yeah exactly. Okay,
but good. Bigfoot's real. Look into it.
Bigfoot's
he's real.
Yeah, he's real. I met some people with big feet, so I believe it.
The Panther's real. Everything's real, bro. Look into it. Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
Mate, good episode. What do you reckon?
Good episode, mate. I think I contained myself pretty well.
I think we did actually. This was a very
calm grinding of gears. Calm grind. But let us know what else grinds your gears. If you're listening, send us an email at linkingslinkies@gmail.com or hr@linkingslinkies.co, or hit us up on our social media. We're posting a lot more on social media. Send us some likes, leave us some comments. It helps our podcast grow. And if our podcast grows, we can actually get some sponsors. And if we get some sponsors, how we can get a fucking new microphone.
That's the microphone's too good.
Nah. But if the show grows a bit, we can do more content, we can do more clips, we can do much. The more interaction we get, the more we feel like we're making a difference in the world and actually doing things. So please like, share, subscribe, review, rate, sacrifice your firstborn child in the name of Linking Slinkies.
That's it. Give us everything.
Give us it all. And as always, mate,
look, if you fix your mate Slinky and it goes well, like all power to you. But if you don't and he gets upset with you, like just fuck him, because otherwise 10 years down the track, you'll be sitting here behind your computer getting picked on about your microphone and the fact that you sniffle too much, and you'll just fucking hate your life. So just, if your Slinky's broken, just don't worry about it. Just continue on with your life.
And the earth is flat. Look into it.